we talked about South Carolina last week and about them getting a lot of conversation and attention about being the team that no one wants to face. And could they live up to it? Could they actually continue on that path and grow into that? And yeah, they did well this week. Let's say it that way against Missouri, a win over a ranked Missouri team, and they did it in a way that maybe people weren't necessarily talking about it. There had been a lot of conversation about Rocket Sanders, about what Lenore Sellers could do with his feet, and then here comes the Missouri game where Lenore Sellers is 21 of 30, 353 yards, five touchdowns, and one interception, showing that he could do it with his feet. Now, the 353 yards is a little bit of an anomaly, or do it with his arm, not his feet, sorry. The 353 yards is a little bit of an anomaly for it to be that high. But if you go back and look through the last five games, even with one of those games being a loss, he's thrown for 230, almost 240 yards plus four of those last five games. He's had at least two touchdowns in the air in four of the last five games, and only one interception in two games, including this past week. That was one of, or that was, he had that one interception in the Missouri game. So South Carolina and this offense have now shown they can hit you on the ground and they can hit you in the air. And basically, what we're now seeing, and I heard someone talking about South Carolina today say, I feel like I'm watching this team grow up before my eyes, seeing what they can do, how they can do it. So I just want to very quickly, last week I threw out a lot of numbers, so I'm going to throw out a few more numbers very quickly, a little bit more specific about this game and the things they accomplished, either that culminated in this game or during this game. Lenore Sellers in the last five games has 13 touchdowns and two interceptions. They have the South Carolina team has scored in the last 2 minutes of the first half in four of the last five games. Three of those four have been touchdowns. They put up 462 yards against a Missouri defense that was only allowing just under 300 yards a game. The 353 passing yards is the second most allowed by Missouri defense in the last 5 years. So only one other team has done that. And Lenore, this is an amazing stat. Lenore Sellers had five touchdown passes against this Missouri defense, and they had only allowed seven touchdown passes the entire season before this game Saturday night against South Carolina. And the 453 total yards, or their total yards of all 462, total yards is, I'm going to say that one more time. Sorry, I threw that one off in 15 different ways. The 353 yards by Lenore Sellers is the most yards a Missouri defense has allowed by one QB in a game in the last 9 years. One more thing, the only one interception during the game. This South Carolina team under Shane Beamer is 23-6. That's a 739 winning percentage when they are ahead or finish even in a game in the turnover battle. So as long as they finish even or win the turnover battle, it's a 739 winning percentage. Now, that's kind of a duh moment. Well, yeah, if you win the turnover battle, you win the game. But think about that. At a 739 clip, that's a pretty impressive winning percentage to say as long as you finish even or win the playoff or the turnover battle, 23-6, a 739 winning percentage. I am blown away by what we have seen this South Carolina team do. They started off winning two games, went on a 3-game skid, and now are on an absolute 4-game hot streak. And I got to tell you, they play Wofford this week. Surely to goodness, that's a win. If I'm Clemson, I am very, very concerned about what this team is going to look like rolling into that game at the end of the season. This is an impressive South Carolina team, and I think from a Clemson perspective, South Carolina absolutely is a team that they don't want to face and that they don't want to see at the end of their season. I think that's going to be a very, very pivotal game for this South Carolina team and for the Clemson team as well. And South Carolina has grown into that role over the process of what will be then the last 5 games. Very impressive what Shane Beamer and this Gamecock team is doing.